Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Salam alaikum. Shalom. May your day be successful. Your Ramadan be successful. God bless you. It's Sunday. I know that people are going to church and all that. I do not come to you from a religious standpoint. I come to you from a way of life standpoint. I refuse to box myself in on religion because basically religion only means way of life. And everyone has a way of life, but inshallah, you believe in the one true living God, which is the same one I believe in. However you choose to call him or name him, that's totally on you. Allah Ta'ala, God knows best. So, I come to you because in the month of Ramadan, which we are doing right now, sometimes people mistake charity for only giving money. When, you feed people, you do other stuff. Charity can be in the form of haqq. It could be in the form of knowledge. So, and depending on your iman, which is your faith, it will determine what your haqq would increase or decrease. May Allah forgive me for adding taking away. So, I come to you because I used to do something that I should have never stopped doing, but Allah laid it upon my heart to say there's nothing wrong with reaching people where they sit. I'll say that again. There's nothing wrong with reaching people where they sit. If I only spoke to Muslims, or Muqtimun, which you actually are, then Allah's word can only reach those people who I've boxed in or made special to have Allah's word. When in actuality, if you are any type of religion, you understand that when he says talk to the sinner, he says talk to the sinner means deaf. So talk to the person who is deaf. Who is deaf. So you talk to the people who cannot hear, and therefore they cannot live, therefore they are dead. So you talk to the people who are not where you are at. Because if you only talk to people that you are where you are at, or you talk to people that's behind you or in front of you, then only those people will deserve the blessings and the mercy and the favor of Allah, which is Allah. Spit that. It's innovation to believe that. In the day of judgment, they say, no one will be able to say, I did not hear. No one told me. So, I say these things because Sunday motivation originally started because the first time I ever heard Allah was in church. Yes, I said that. The first time I ever known Allah, the first time Allah was ever mentioned to me, the first time Allah ever breathed that desire to know who is God came from church. Therefore, I will never deny church its blessings or its greetings. I would never deny Prophet Isa, Jesus. May Allah be pleased with him. I would never deny any of that. So, it would be asinine, 10 and 11, for me to not do Sunday motivation. Very, 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 very briefly. I come to you very briefly. Know thy wealth versus knowing the wealth that people betray upon you. I'll say that again. Know thy wealth, know your wealth in relation to the wealth that people say that you put or you exhibit into their life. And I say that because so many times I was so busy trying to please someone. I was so busy trying to get them to see who I was that if I really seen who I was, I wouldn't be worried about whether they seen it or not. It should speak for itself. But excuse for the interruption. We here in New York, 20 minutes away from it and signals and all that. But I will get back to what I'm saying. When my child, give you the purest example that I have. When my child comes up to me, one of my 3 sons comes up to me and says, Daddy, I want to go to the store. I already know that because of who he is and who his father is and who his mother is, most importantly. See how I did that? I take no credit from those who deserve credit. Because who his father is, because his mother is, he's not going to the store like a regular kid. He's not going to the store with any limit in his head. He's not saying, hey, I can't get this, can't get that. He's going to the store getting everything in that store that he possibly can get because he knows who his father and mother is. So when I go to God, I don't go to God with limits in my head. I don't go to God and say, God is only capable of doing this. No. The doctors cut my leg off in order for me to walk, and because I said, God, I want to walk again. Mashallah, that will be possible if I live until the time that they set it up to be. But to limit Allah, to limit God, is to limit yourself. Therefore, to limit yourself is to limit the very thing that God gave you, yourself. So you have people in your life that you can't please. You have people in your life that you just not enough for. You have people in your life that you just, for some strange reason, no matter if you jump out this window, and I'm on the top floor, by the way. So if I jump out of this joint, I'll be jumping for real, for real. But if you jump out this window for somebody and land on the ground and do rolls, the average person without any, the average person that Allah has put the veil in front of, who does not know love or understand love, will say, why didn't you die for me? Why didn't you do the ultimate sacrifice for me? Not saying to themselves, thank God that you are alive. Why did you jump out the window for me? So you have those two people. Keep that in mind. Inshallah, if you don't remember or you don't understand, rewind. You can do anything you want to and listen to it as many times as you want to and you will understand. Number 3 is like you find yourself in a situation where you say, okay, that person forgot about me. That person gave up on me. I can't wait to get my life together and shit on them and all that. No, Stekfirullah. Listen. Any revenge that I've ever gave someone in my right state of mind has been forgiveness. I forgive you. I refuse to hold on to animosity and to hold on to stuff and to hold on to, I'm trying to get you back, I'm trying to show you what you missed. I refuse to do any of that. The greatest thing that I can give myself and someone else is to forgive them. And the blessing in that is if they forgive me for something I had no knowledge of at the time, which that falsehood or whatever they think that I did to them occurred. And I say my right state of mind because insanity plagues everyone. And sometimes we think that we're so above it that when it strikes us, we become afraid and we withdraw, not knowing that it happens all the time. If a man walks into a house and he sees his wife in a bedroom with another man, insanity wouldn't shrew. It will root himself into that man's brain. Same thing if a woman sees a man and she goes to his phone and say, he's giving that woman the same thing he gave me. Insanity will root itself in your brain. So whatever your reaction is not based upon your principles or your core values or the things that you think about. It's based upon anger and revenge. May Allah hide us from those qualities. Inshallah. So, I have no ill feelings towards no one, man. Without you letting me go or me letting you go, without those friendships ending, without those, relationships ending, without those relationships beginning, without these new things happening, I would not be where Allah decreed me to be at right now. So, I take it with a grain of salt. Mashallah. And if I helped anybody, please give credit to the God and understanding, regardless of what you call him or what you say. Number one, understand that you can be happy just because you woke up today. Not because you got a check or because you met the man in your life or the dream of your life, just because you're alive, and nothing else can happen if you do not wake up and be alive. Number two, understand that God comes before and after everything. If you do not put what comes before and after everything, you lose automatically. Number three, understand if you are miserable. And if you are miserable and you know the source of your misery and you do not remove the source of your misery, understand that you are a participant in your misery. You are not a victim. Because if you will remove that which makes you miserable, you will also remove your misery. Inshallah, may I help you. May this would count against, my fast, any charities, any days that I miss. Mashallah, happy Sunday. Decopbo.